After Jesus celebrated the Passover meal with his disciples, he gives them lots of instruction. He tells them a lot about himself and his prayers for them and his prayers for all believers. In the book of John, we get a very full look at everything that he shares with them before he's about to be captured and killed. Judas had been dismissed during that meal. Jesus had said, what you're about to do, go do quickly. Like, God knew, Jesus knew. And yet Judas slips out. Jesus tells Peter, you're going to deny me several times. Like, Jesus knows fully what's about to happen, yet he's not shaken. Like, he is. We see in the Garden of Gethsemane that he prays, that he is sweating drops of blood, which is a huge sign of great anxiety. And he's pleading with God, saying, like, take this cup from me, but not my will, but your will. And so that he is genuinely afraid, that there is this very sober reality of what's about to happen to him. But the entire time he is in control, and he assents to it step by step. And even when they come and take him in the garden, because Judas brings a detachment of soldiers of temple guards, and he betrays the Son of God with a kiss, and this fight breaks out. But in the middle of it all, Jesus is the one saying, let them go, like, don't harm the disciples. And Peter, always the one who's acting without thinking, he ends up striking the ear of one of the high priest's servants, and Jesus heals the man. Like, what? In the middle of them capturing the Son of God is healing others. And it says that, they ask him, who are you? And are you Jesus of Nazareth? He says, I am he. And when he says, I am he, they fall back on the ground. Like, there's something really powerful going on. Remember in Exodus how God said, my name is I am that I am? And it's almost this echo, this whisper of that pronunciation there in the garden. And yet, even with all these things happening, they did capture him. They did take him away. He suffered through 2 mock trials. They weren't really trials. They were done in the secret of night, which was not supposed to happen. But I think that these 2 trials were necessary. It was almost as if both the religious leaders of the day and also the ruling power of the day, so you had leadership of both religion or, the Jews and God's people, sentenced him, but also mankind, earthly authorities of the Romans, like, they sentenced him, and they both condemned him to die. And you see that Pilate really didn't want to condemn him. There were so many times when he tried to say, like, I'll let him go, like, we don't have to do this, but the people said, no, like, his blood be on us and our children, crucify him. And he's bound, and he's treated horribly even before his death. And then he takes a walk, carrying his own cross, to Golgotha, where he's going to die. On the same day that the Passover lambs would have been slaughtered for Passover, he goes to fulfill all things, because he's the only one that actually could take away sin once and for all.